The exhibition has arisen because 4 years ago I had a similar but smaller exhibition in the Ripon Cathedral, and as a result of that I was asked to put an exhibition in Grimsby, where I used to live and work, and followed by the following year by one in the North Lincolnshire Museum, which is in Scunthorpe. And after that, friends have said to me, "You had an exhibition in those three places, why don't you have one in York where you live?" And so I thought, well, if I'm going to do that, I may as well do it in this year, because I have a big birthday coming up in 3 days' time. And I came to look at it and I thought, what a lovely space this is. And so I thought, well, this would be the place I'd like to have an exhibition. So that, I think, makes it special, because I think it's a very beautiful church. And the fact that there's paint peeling off the walls adds to the whole character, in my opinion. I only make my pieces as challenges, and I don't like to consider monetary value attached to them. I wanted to contribute towards the stained glass centre, so that any money that comes in for the two lots, which is wood carving and accompanying drawings, any money raised will go to the stained glass centre, who are constantly, looking for ways of funding. It's one of the most recent pieces I've done, and I think because it carries on one of the subjects that runs through and has done for many years. That's the horses. So I chose a horse's head, and I wanted to make something that had a kind of whimsicality about it. I didn't want it to be 100% realistic, and I wanted it to have the essence of a horse's head, really, but give people something to think about when they looked at it. Maybe they kind of see inside it. A long time ago, I actually was married, and my wife had horses, and although I was rather petrified at the thought of riding, I did do a lot of drawing from them, because we lived in an old rectory with quite a lot of land in Lincolnshire, and that's when I really started to try and understand what the horse was about, and then do drawings and sculptures. I sometimes think I've actually gone downhill since then, but it's not true. It's just that things have become different, and I think I've become more understanding of the techniques and particularly with animals, the actual structure of them, so that I can hopefully produce something that isn't necessarily overcomplicated, but is acceptable and understood by viewers. I had never had the courage to just simply go as a sculptor. I felt that teaching I needed, and I enjoyed teaching. I don't think I'd want to change that, but I often wonder what would have happened if I had chosen to simply earn a living as a sculptor. I actually don't mind if people don't like the things, but as long as it has some impact. One thing that pleases me, though, more than anything, is if visitors see this exhibition and recognise that there is craftsmanship at work, because that's another thing I feel about a lot of contemporary work. I'm kind of old-fashioned, really. I think craftsmanship, and it really should be part of it, and I'm not so sure a lot of pieces I see are. Take this one, for instance, wood carving. I mean, it's hours and hours, and it's strenuous, and it's backache, neck-ache, arms ache. But in the end, I feel, for me, it's been worth all that time and effort. I think it would be, if it's appreciated, that's very nice, yeah. And presumably, if somebody's prepared to put some money up for them, then and again, you see, they're not. It's no good them thinking it'll be worth more next year, because I don't have that name. But if they buy them because they like them, and the money, whatever, as much as possible comes to the church, I should be delighted. Yeah.